So we're going to do a little routine to some music. I'm going to really break it down for you. So we've got brushing the hands from the heart, one hand up, one hand down, and then inhale as you switch. Exhale, reach. Inhale, switch. And exhale, reach. And then we've got our either figure of eights here, hands, fingers interlaced, or behind circle, in front, and crossover circle, behind and in front. So that's two of the moves. Got one last one. So the hand comes to the opposite shoulder, and you can press down firmly, giving your neck a little stretch in the shoulder, and then dragging the arm across the body to the opposite hip, and then flicking the hand off. So the hand comes to the other shoulder, press down firmly, coming across the body and flicking off. And again, we can introduce breath with that. So we can inhale as we pull across. And then as we reach the bottom, exhale. Inhale. And exhale. But it's one fluid flowing movement. So heaven to earth, one arm up, one arm down. You can bend the knees as you switch and then straighten. Inhale, bend. Exhale, straighten. We've got our eights either in front or behind and in front. And then we've got the pull down, which is from one shoulder to the opposite. Exhale as you come across. Inhale and then exhale as you come across. Okay, so we try it to some music. You can hear me, you can hear the music, hopefully. Okay, so we're going to palms to the heart. Reach one arm up, one arm down. Bend the knees, palms together, and then straighten and reach. Bend and reach. Unbend and reach. Lovely. Okay. Now let's try our crossing over. There we go. And in front. Okay. And in front. Or this one. I relax. Good. Heaven to earth. Hands to the shoulder. Let those fears go. Back into that crossover. Or we're here.
Let go, release and surrender. I relax, let go, release and surrender.
Heaven to earth.
I am well, I am well, I am well. And now I see what my life can be.
You can see if you want, you can take the weight more into the leg, which the hands up and come onto the tip of the toe. Hand to the shoulder. Back into that crossover. Or this. Or combination. Heaven to earth. That crossover.
Release and surrender. I relax, let go. Release and surrender. I relax, let go. Release and surrender.
And heaven to earth.
All is well. All is well.
Crossing over.
Let go. Release and surrender. I relax.
Bring one hand to the heart, palm facing the heart, and the other one on top. And maybe allow your eyes to close or take your gaze to a fixed point. Tune into the breath, watching the breath rising and falling. Noticing maybe that heartbeat might be a little faster or might not, just observing. Bringing a smile to your face and smiling to your heart. And feel, imagine, or just know that the heart is smiling back at you. Imagine a golden light above the head, like a ray of sunshine glowing down on you. That golden light spreads down the head, down to the neck, down the arms to the hands and the fingers, down the torso, healing, protecting, energizing all the cells, balancing the body, flowing down to the hips, down the legs to the knees, then to the lower legs, the ankles and the feet and the toes. Take a breath in and a breath out. And a breath in and breath out. And then opening the eyes and releasing the hands down. And bringing the hands to the top of the head, tapping on the top of the head, tapping the sides of the head, the back of the head, all over the head. Tapping the forehead, just above the eyebrows, the temples, just underneath the eyes, just underneath the nose, underneath the lip. And then give us some Tarzan taps on your chest, all over your chest. If you wish, you can also make some sounds. And then just underneath the armpits where the bottom of the bra is, tapping there. And release, shaking out your hands. Taking one hand to the opposite knee, you can either keep the foot on the floor like this, or you can bring your knee up to hip height. And see if you can cross the hand over the face. This helps the left and the right hemispheres of the brain talk to one another. Good, and releasing. Taking the arms out to the side, palms facing one another. And then bring the hands in front, palms facing you. And then cross over at the hands and imagine you're just pressing out to the side so the palms are facing out. Palms facing in, hands cross over, maybe bend the knees slightly, or you could stay upright if you prefer. And then reaching out. Bending, crossing the arms, exhaling, reaching out. And then we get to the bottom, roly-poly all the way back up. And then reach the arms wide. Let's do that again. Arms out to the side, palms facing you as you, palms facing one another as you cross over, and then palms away as you push out. Crossing over and pushing out. Crossing over and out, and then roly-poly all the way back up. Reach the arms wide. And last time, arms out to the side, crossing over and out. Over and out, over and out, then rolling through the arms, then reach up to the sky and release, and rolling out through your shoulders. Extend the arms out in front, backs of the hands facing one another, thumbs facing down. Cross over at the wrist and interlace your fingers. From here, drop the hands down, bend the elbows and bring the hands up toward the chest. Tuck the elbows in. Keep the legs as they are, or if balance allows, crossing one foot over the other. Take a breath in and a breath out. A breath in and breath out. Breath in and out. And release the arms and changing the feet so the other foot's crossed over if you're doing the legs. Backs of the hands toward one another. See which arm wants to go over naturally, and then change it, because that will be the opposite way to what you just did. And bend the elbows, hands down, rise the arms back up. Take a breath in and out. In and out. And in and away. Release the arms and uncross the legs. Bring the thumbs and the forefingers together, kind of forming a little steeple shape. And then place the thumbs in between the eyebrows. It's very good for balancing hormones. Take a breath in and a breath out. Breath in and out. In and away. And then release the thumbs and bring the fingertips to the center of the head, the center of the forehead. Press down firmly and draw the fingers across the forehead until you reach the temples. Very good stress relieving movement this is. And then circling at the temples. And then repeat from the center of the head, fingertips facing one another, press down into the forehead, pulling the hands across to the side nice and slowly. And when you reach the temples, circling at the temples. And we'll do one more from the center of the head, coming across. And then circling at the temples. And release the arms down, give a little shake out to the arms. Knees are bent, hands, arms are floating up to shoulder height, fingertips relax. And then exhale, releasing back down. Straighten the legs as you lift the arms up to shoulder height. And bend the knees slightly as you lower the arms back down. If you wish, you can close your eyes, really tune in to how the body is moving, how you feel the air on the hands. Inhale as you bring the hands on, arms up. And exhale as you lower the arms back down. Just to shoulder height, inhaling and exhaling. Then one arm at a time. So one arm lifts, inhale, straighten the legs. Exhale, bend. Other arm, inhale, rising up. And exhale, bend. Inhale, lift. Exhale, bend. Last one, inhale, lift. And exhale, bend. Taking a moment to feel your feet connected down into the earth beneath you. And then bring the palms together, again at the heart. And then move your fingers and arms to one side and the other. So if you want a little bit more movement, you can lift the elbow a little more, or you could keep the elbow lower down. If you want, you can involve the hips. So as my arms come to the right, the hips go to the left. And as my arms go to the left, the hips to the right. You could stay upright and bring the hands up over the head. We can bring the hands down. We can involve that upper body as much or as little as you like. This is called dragon. So imagine you're a Chinese dragon floating through the streets, head going first, and your tail follows. Good. And release the arms back down. And lift the shoulders and roll them back and down. Bring your left hand on top and your right hand on the bottom. So it's nice and relaxed here. The arms aren't close to the chest. They're out and relaxed if that feels okay for you, but adjust and adapt as needed. So the arm which we've got on top is the way we're going to move if we're moving the body. So we're going to take our left leg out. So we've got our left arm on top. And then take the weight more into the left leg, bend the knee, and bring the arms to the left. Drop the left hand underneath and the right hand on top. And then coming back to the other side, coming back to the right. So I'm not twisting behind me. I'm trying to keep the area kind of in front here rather than twist into the side. So I'll do it from the side as well. From the right arm. So let's change our arms, left arm on top, right arm underneath, and then moving to the left. So you can see where my arms, they stay in front of me. Left arm underneath, right arm on top, and then coming back over. Yes. And then we switch. Left arm on top, right arm underneath, and then moving the body to the left. Switching, bottom arm, top arm, going in the direction of the top arm. And you can imagine there's a ball in between your hand, perhaps football size. And just imagine you're kind of spinning that from one side to the other. So one hand comes on top, one hand comes underneath, and then you'll come into one side and the other. If you feel you've mastered it, starting to master it, you can maybe close the eyes and really tune in to the breath. Let the breath be slow. So just to recap, right arm on top, left arm underneath, you'd move to the right, bend the right knee. If your left arm is on top, the right arm is underneath, you move to the left and then switch. Let's make this our last one. And coming back to center and release the arms down and bringing the feet together or hip distance apart. Placing one hand just beneath the belly button and one hand on the top. Maybe close the eyes or gaze to a fixed point. Take a breath in and a breath out. As you breathe in, smiling. As you breathe out, letting go. And breathe in, smiling. And breathing out, letting go. And when you're ready, opening the eyes and releasing the hand. So you can feel free to do that every day if you wanted, or once a week. Really good for creating energy in the body. And as well, when we're moving with the music, that's quite nice to listen to the music, tune into the breath. So if you find meditation challenging, sitting in one space, you can make mindful movement your meditation. You don't have to be sitting still, particularly when the mind's really busy. It's a great way to sort of calm yourself down a bit. And then maybe after that, you might want to have to sit down and have a relaxation. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this mindful movement video. You can practice this to start off once a week and then increase to 2 to 3 times a week. And then when you're ready, if you wish to, you can do this every day to get the body moving and to center and calm yourself, ready for a perfect day. Thank you so much for watching. Hit the subscribe button and the like button if you liked it. Thank you. Bye-bye.